Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on repeating decimals. We saw in a previous lesson how to convert a fraction to a decimal. The decimals in that lesson were terminating decimals. Consider the following piece of information. When we try to convert a fraction to a decimal and that decimal keeps repeating, it is called a repeating or recurring decimal. Let's look at some examples. Number 1, convert 1 over 3 to a recurring decimal. So we divide 3 into 1, and that's how we set it up. You can write as many zeros as you want, as I said previously. 3 into 1 goes 0 with 1 left over. 3 into 10 goes 3 times with 1 left over. 3 into 10 goes 3 times with 1 left over. And that sequence continues on. So we have this situation, the 3's keep continuing, and the short way of writing it is you write 0.3 with a little dot on top of the 3, and that tells you the 3 keeps continuing, so that is a recurring or repeating decimal. Number 2, convert 2 over 11 to a recurring decimal. We divide 11 into 2, that goes 0, 2 left over. 11 into 20 goes 1, with 9 left over. 11 into 90 goes 8, with 2 left over. That pattern keeps continuing, so in this case a 1 and an 8 keep repeating. So we write down the 1 and the 8, we put a dot over each one, and that's an example of a repeating or recurring decimal. Convert 8 over 33 to a repeating decimal. We divide 33 into 8, that goes 0, 8 left over. 33 into 80 goes twice, 14 left over. 33 into 140 goes 4 times, 8 left over. And that pattern continues. The 2 and the 4 keep repeating, and that's how we write it, with the 2 dots on top, which tell us that the 2 and the 4 keep repeating, and that's an example of a repeating or recurring decimal. Convert 23 over 33 to a repeating decimal. So we divide 33 into 23, that goes 0, with 23 left over. 33 into 230 goes 6 times, with 32 left over. 33 into 320 goes 9 times, with 23 left over. That pattern continues. The 6 and the 9 keep repeating, and that's how we write the recurring decimal. Convert 17 over 99 to a recurring decimal. We divide 99 into 17, that goes 0, 17 left over. 99 into 170 goes once, and 71 left over. 99 into 710 goes 7 times, and 17 left over. And the pattern continues. The 1 and the 7 keep repeating, and that's how we write it. And finally, this one's a little bit different. Convert 7 over 66 to a recurring decimal. So we divide 66 into 7 with a lot of zeros. 66 into 7 goes 0 with 7 left over. 66 into 70 goes once with 4 left over. 66 into 40 does not go. 40 left over. 66 into 400 goes 6 times with 4 left over. 66 into 40 goes 0 times with 40 left over. So there's your 40 there, see? That's your 40, so that's the 40 that's left over. So 66 into 400 goes 6 times, and that keeps continuing. You'll notice here that the first digit after the decimal point is a 1. See there, it's a 1. However, the 0 and the 6 keep continuing. So you put down the 1 after the decimal point, and you put a dot over the 0 and the 6, and that tells you that the repeating decimal is 0.1, 06, 06, 06, 06, etc., because the 0 and the 6 are the only ones that keep repeating. So this video has given us some examples where we can practice converting fractions to repeating or recurring decimals.